Hey guys, this is Bo. We're back in the house, man. Playoff football is going, and right now we have had one of the guests on right back that's in the heart of the playoffs. He just came through a shootout, and when I say a shootout, it was a shootout. This is a head football coach from Chandra State, Bill O'Boyle. How you doing, Coach?
Great, Bo. Thanks for having me on, buddy.
Hey, loved. Dude, I am so happy that you're in the playoffs as thick as you are. That was a shootout. How did you know you guys were in a basketball game?
We didn't until that fourth quarter. I mean, when you play Abilene Christian, that's a team that can pretty much score every time they're on an offensive snap. So I mean, they're a great team. So we knew we had to put some points on the board.
And you guys, man. I mean, the bottom line is a W is a W, but you had to be sitting from the sideline, just nervous, looking at that score, going, "Oh my gosh."
Well, it was just a matter of especially in the first half, of who was going to make a mistake on offense first, and then that's the way it started out. And we went out and had some mental errors, and then we're 3 and out in about 2 or 3 series. And every time you do that, against Abilene Christian, they've got 3 or 4 receivers. They're going to run by your defensive backs whenever they want. And they've also got an excellent quarterback and an unbelievable running back. They had about 1,900 yards going into that game. So, they're a deep threat every time they're on the field. So it was just a matter of controlling the ball. And, we slipped a couple times and let them get up. And in the second half, we knew our defense was going to step up and get some stops.
Now, how many records were broken in that game?
I really couldn't even tell you. I'll be honest with you, we went right from that game to getting ready for Northwest Missouri this week. Because in the playoff system in Division II, you get every game on each team you're playing. So we're looking at 11 games on Northwest Missouri on Sunday. So we have not really had a lot of time
Wow.
to go back through and look at that game.
Now, Coach, what are some of the things that your kids now are getting ready for against your new opponent?
Well, the biggest thing, we played Northwest Missouri last year in the playoffs in the quarterfinals, same situation, but we had to go down there to Maryville. This year they're coming up here to us, so that's a huge plus for us in this situation. But it's just a matter of more timing and kind of like a little bit more like a pro practice where it's all scheme. I mean, at this point in the season, there's no real need to go out and get all the contact and hit yourselves to death this late in the season, which we don't do anyhow. So it's just a matter of more scheming and just timing, and that's what we're working on these last 2 days.
Now, right now in the thick of things in the playoffs, who are the players that are really stepping forward as leadership now that's carrying the team for you on the field?
Well, obviously on offense, I think our quarterback, Joe McClain. Joe threw the ball 62 times last week. I think he completed 40 of them, and really had an outstanding day and ran for 2 touchdowns and ran in the third overtime. Ran from about 12 yards out to win the game for us. So Joe's really stepped up as a leader, and then always our free safety, Paul Schwager. He's done an excellent job all year, and he's kind of the quarterback on defense. Does a great job with all of our defensive calls and our linebacker core and our defensive line. And I would say, in Chadron State we don't have a lot of individuals. And when you look at leaders, it's more of a team type deal. I know people shake their head when we say that, but that's the truth.
Well, with playing football, you've got so many components that's not seen by the average fan. You got the offense and defensive lines that get no love, but they do all the grunt work to make sure that the offense looks pretty and the linebackers get those easy shots at those running backs.
Well, that's the truth. I was very proud of our offensive line last week when we threw the ball again 62 times and didn't give up a hurry or a sack. So, that's something to say of the job they were doing that game. Our D-line has been playing well all year. Now, last week, Abilene Christian has a great offensive line, and it was tough getting to the quarterback, but we did hurry him a couple times, ended up getting 1 sack on him, and then they've only given up 5 sacks the whole season. So, that's a chore in itself, getting by those big guys up front. So, they've been playing steady all year, and that's the reason why we're sitting where we're at right now.
Yeah, and there's no way you can possibly look past this to the next game because they're coming armed and prepared. Turgeman is a top-notch coach, and he's looking at film.
Well, Coach Churchman is to me probably the best coach in Division II. I wouldn't even say probably, he is. The guy's been around a long time. He's a class guy. They do everything right there. They're kind of where we want to be, and just from playing there last year, did a ton of stuff for our program. Just seeing that place and seeing how things are run, and an excellent coaching staff. Coach Bostic, their D coordinator, is a great coach. I mean, when you get this point in the season, I think everybody has great staffs and great teams. So but he's a class act, and they're always prepared. Biggest thing about Northwest Missouri is they're so physical up front. They're a little bit different than the rest of the D2 teams. I mean, they're going to beat you up every snap.
And now on your coaching staff, who has really helped out the squad to really focus every game? Especially, you've had a number of close games where your team had to suck it up and really pull it through in the fourth quarter. Which one of your coaching staff has really helped out in that area?
Well, yeah, you have to look at everybody. We don't ever single out anybody. But you just going into each game, everybody's done a great job. And Todd Auer, our D coordinator, has done an excellent job all year. Defense has been ranked nationally for every week this season. Jazz Baines, he's our defensive back coach and special teams coach, and he's just done an outstanding job. And our special teams are so much better than what they've been in the past, just because of the time and effort we put into practice every day with them. And Jazz is, he's a reason for that. Chris Stein, our quarterback coach, has done a great job with the throwing game, and was huge last week in what we did on the field. And there's so many other guys. Craig Jerzel's a volunteer. He's a defensive back coach. The guy ranches all day. He comes in, puts in unbelievable hours. He works a night job also. I mean, if it wasn't for guys like that, we wouldn't make it out here. John Reiner's our running back coach. He's a volunteer. He's also the head track coach. At Chadron State, we only have 2 full-time assistants besides myself, so we're pretty limited on what we can do with the staff, and we have six GAs, and those guys bust their butt every day.
Well, listen, Coach, we want to say thank you for taking the time. You squeezed it out for us in short notice. We're going to pick up after this week after the game. We'll be tuning into it and following as much as we can here. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thanks, Kimbo.
You're welcome. Hey, guys, I'm telling you, man, Chandra State in the Division II rankings, you need to keep track of what goes on in there. Division II is going to start coming more and more and more. The national press has been following a lot of these stories now, and you need to keep up on it. And Bill O'Boyle is one of the good guys in the programs out there. Take a look at Chandra State. They're doing something. Thanks a lot, Coach.